Hey fourth graders, today we're going to be doing 157 and 158. I'm going to be making just a few changes on directions, so pay close attention. I'll also give some hints and clues along the way. Just like if I was in the classroom, if it's a harder quiz or a test or assignment, I'm always going to give more clues, okay? All right, so let's start at the top. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. We've got 3 division problems with only one divisor on the outside. So we're going to remember our steps, which is does McDonald's sell cheeseburgers, right? Divide, multiply, subtract, check, and bring down. Okay, let's get started. Let's look at our first one. The first thing I say is I'm going to divide. How many times does 3 fit into 6? I can only do one number at a time. And how many 3's fit in there? Let's start counting. 3, 6. Oops, I'm already there, aren't I? So that was 1, 2. So I put my 2 on top. 2 times 3 is 6. Then I'm going to subtract. 6 take away 6 is 0. I'm going to check. Is there another number to bring down? Yes, there is. I can only bring down one number at a time. So I'm going to bring down my 8. And then I'm going to start over again. How many 3's fit into 8? So I'm 3, 6, 9 is too big. It's going to be 2 again. So you're going to put your 2 up there, and then I want you to finish that one. Okay? And let's look at, if you want to pause the video and finish that one, that might be great while it's still kind of fresh in your head there. So pause and then meet me back here when you are done with that one. All right, let's look at our next one. How many 7's can fit into 9? Let's start counting. 7, 14, oops, too big, right? So we can only fit 1 7 into 9, so 1 times the divisor, or 1 times 7 is 7, and then I'm ready to subtract. 9 minus 7 is 2. Do I have any? I check. Do I have numbers? Yep, I'm going to bring down one number at a time. I'm going to bring down my 2, which makes 22, and I start over again. How many 7's can fit into 22? Well, it looks like over here where I'm counting, I should keep counting by my 7s, shouldn't I? 7, 14, 21. Ooh, I better stop there because you want to get as close as you can, but not go over. So 21 is pretty close, isn't it? So that's 1, 2, 3 7's. Put my 3 up here, and then 3 times this number times 7 is 21. I subtract and then bring down. I'm not going to finish that one because I want you to do it on your own. You're going to subtract and bring down your next number and see if you might have a remainder, okay? So pause the video and finish that one. All right, now we're on number 3. Okay, we're going to talk about this one together. We have 4 numbers under the house. We start with the first one. How many 6's can fit into 7? Well, so I start counting. 6, 12. Ooh, I can only fit 1 in there. So I put 1 times 6 is 6. And I subtract. 7, take away 6 is 1. I look, is there any more numbers? We got lots of numbers, don't we? But we can only bring down 1. And that makes 12. Okay, and then I start over again. I say, how many 6's can fit into 12? Well, I look over here where I started counting, and I can see that 2 6's is exactly 12, isn't it? So I can put my 2 up here. 2 times 6 is 12. Okay, I subtract. 0. Do I have another number to bring down? Yes, I do. I bring my 8 down. I got a long arrow there, don't I? And I start over again. How many 6's can fit into 8? Only 1, right? So put your 1 up here, times 6 is 6. Subtract, and I want you to finish that, and then I want you to bring your other number all the way down with a long arrow, okay? So I've helped you get a really good start on those 3 since we're still kind of learning. All right, so finish that one up if you want to pause the video again. All right, I'm going to give some clues on number 4. Khalil filled an album with 104 postcards. If there are 4 postcards on each page, how many pages are in the album? All right, so I'm doing division. I have all this space because I'm dividing. I need to put 4 postcards on a page, and there's 104 of them. So I'm going to write my division problem over here. Okay, just like that. And then you're going to start. How many 4s can fit into 1? You can't fit. When the number on the outside of the house is bigger than your number under, it's not going to work. So you need to say how many 4s can fit into 10. Well, we can do that, right? So 4, 8, whoops, 12's too big, so go back to 8. And that was 2 4s, right? And then 2 times 4 is 8. And subtract and bring down. I want you to finish that one. Don't forget, because they're story problems, we're going to be putting our label. Okay? I see 2 labels, right? All right, let's read the next one. Whistles are in packages of 8 at a sporting goods store. How many packages can be made from 336 whistles? So I'm going to do the same thing I did up above. I'm going to put my divisor on the outside, my big number under the house. All right, and we start. How many 8s can fit into 3? Remember when I said if the number outside the house is bigger than the number, you can't fit any in there. So I need to look at my first 2 numbers. How many 8s can fit into 33? Start your count bys. 8, 16, 24, I'm getting close, 32, ooh, 32 is good, right? It's close, but I didn't go over. So how many 8s was that? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's important to remember that your 4 is going to go here. It doesn't go in that first spot, okay? Because we did 2 numbers, didn't we? So 4 times 8 is 32. Go ahead and subtract. 3 take away 2 is 1. I want you to bring that next number down, and I want you to finish this problem. We're not done yet. You need to say how many 8s can go into 16. I'm going to give you a hint and tell you that there's no remainders. It's going to come out even, okay? So good luck with that one. And then meet me on the back side because I'm not going to have you do all of the problems, so I'm going to pick out certain ones. All right, notice that this is add or subtract. So very important to watch your sign. Some people like to circle the sign before they start. You could do that. Okay, you could also, if you wanted to, you could highlight the sign before you start. Okay, that would work too. But pay attention. By now, this borrowing and adding you should be getting very, very good at it, okay? And you should be knowing that when you need to borrow, you go next door, okay? But you don't want to borrow unless you need to, okay? All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to cross out 8, this section right here, okay, right there. And then we are going to cross out, let me see here. I just like to get a little good variety for you guys so I can make sure that you're understanding it. Right, we can cross off that one. That leaves you with 10 problems. I think that seems reasonable, okay? Now, like I said before, I'm looking at number 1, 9 take away 7. I do not need to borrow. If it's bigger on the bottom, you borrow. Otherwise, you do not. 9 take away 7 is 2. Now on my next step, 0 take away 4 is bigger on the bottom. So I'll need to go next door to the 9, cross it out, and then I make a new 10. Okay? So just be careful with the borrowing and also with the regrouping. Okay, like for instance on number 3, 8 plus 6 is 14, so I need to regroup and carry my 1. Okay, so just be careful with that. I think you guys should be pretty good. We did a little crossword a few weeks ago too, and people did pretty well on that with the addition and subtraction of the bigger numbers. So do your best. Try to do this on your own. If you need a little help or you want mom or dad to check it, that's fine too. So thanks, guys. Oops.